Hello, multimillionaires. In this video, I share 4 signs you're still winning financially, even if it doesn't feel like it with high inflation. Sign number 1, that you're winning financially, even if it doesn't feel like it. You know how to use comparison to your advantage. There's a saying, comparison is the thief of joy. My take is only when you compare with envy. Comparison is built in our DNA as humans. When we're young, we spend grade school being compared to our peers with standardized testing. When we grow up, we're bombarded by statistics about how we're doing compared to our peers, right? So we're not going to do away with comparison. But what I've seen separates those who win with their finances and those who struggle is that you have 2 choices. You could either compare with inspiration or you can compare with envy. When you choose to compare with inspiration, you end up being LeBron James and you look up to Michael Jordan. Let's say he's used Michael Jordan as a benchmark of achievement so that he's allowed to explore possibilities. The opposite is comparing with envy. And let's be real, we know the difference in what it feels like. When you're dealing with comparison, it's all about doing a self-check to see where your feelings are coming from. Are you comparing strategically where you're using someone as a reference, as a point of inspiration, aspiration, something that's going to fill you with positive emotions and move you closer to what you're trying to achieve with your goals? The opposite, feelings of jealousy, feelings of, oh, how come this person's able to be there and I'm not? When you notice that you may be off track, the key is you don't want to spend more than 20%. So it should be 0 to 20% focusing on external comparison. That is, even if you have a role model, even if you have an external benchmark, you want to keep your attention and focus on external comparisons limited to no more than 20%. And on the flip side, you want to spend 80 to 100% focusing on comparing your today to your yesterday, keeping the comparison internal. That's what it really means to stay in your lane, run your race, focus on your achievements, your creativity, and what you're putting into the world more than what you're focusing on externally. So if that means you spend more time in creative mode versus being on social media, exposing yourself into environments that trigger yourself to compare, the more time in a day that you spend doing that, you're increasing that external focus time, from 0 to 10% to over 20%. This is a time management challenge where you're really dictating with your time where your attention is focused. If you notice that you have a nice proportion where most of your time is spent on you reviewing your goals and your progress, and every now and then you'll think of who makes you want to bring your A game. You are winning more than you think you are because you've got the comparison game working for you. Sign number 2, that you're richer than you feel. Your financial performance. There are only 3 actions with money. Either you're receiving it, you're spending it, or you're growing it. If you found a way to consistently grow the money you receive, then yes, your financial performance is headed in the right direction. The only way feelings of being stuck happen is if you remain on receive and spend, receive and spend. Those who remain in that cash flow mode and they never cross over to the growth mode is the definition of broke, is the definition of feeling stuck. So pat yourself on the back if you're at least finding opportunities, whether it's a high yield savings account, whether it's real estate, whether it's the stock market. Pat yourself on the back. If you're investing in your business, pat yourself on the back. If you found a way to invest in yourself so that you grow your skills and abilities, consider yourself on the right path financially, and you're likely richer than you think. If you have a way to measure your progress over time, you see your net worth growing, you see your debt decreasing, you're finding opportunities and ways to increase your income based on your gifts and talents. You are richer than you think. I love numbers because they tell a story. You're always able to go back, review where you started and where you are. And the numbers will tell you whether or not you're improving. What I want you to also give yourself credit for is if you've made a financial comeback. You've redeemed yourself from bankruptcy, foreclosure, going into massive amounts of debt. But now you may be following a plan, you're finding progress. It may feel slow, but you are sticking to a plan to get yourself to higher and higher financial levels. You are a champion. Comebacks are a part of this money game, and don't count yourself out if you've had to bounce back from even divorce, repossession, bankruptcy. If you are a part of the FIRE community, which stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early, if you've had an aggressive plan and you've sacrificed so that you can achieve financial independence, or if you've already achieved financial independence, where your passive income is paying all of your living expenses, or even if to some degree you're semi-financially independent, pat yourself on the back. Here's the secret. Inflation is just another flavor of financial pressure. You can substitute inflation for job loss, for foreclosure, for bankruptcy. Most people at some point are going to face financial pressure. So right now, it just happens to be prices are going up. At the same time, you want to stay encouraged about all you're doing on a regular basis to do the best with the money that you receive and you're in control of managing. You're also likely richer than you feel if you've automated your finances, whether it's your bill pay or automatic savings where you take money off the top before you even start your spending. You're winning, maximizing the money you receive, looking for the high-paying opportunities that match your skills and abilities, opportunities to level up and keep learning so you can keep increasing your income over time. The money you spend, tracking and being aware where your money's going. Make use of technology, whether you use Excel and put together spreadsheets. I use a financial tracker called Simplifi. It allows me to get quick access to my net worth, see the money coming in, going out, and growing, all easily accessed with one click. I'll leave the link in the description to Simplifi. Instant access to my financial standing. So it's easy breezy for me when I file my taxes. That's the secret for you to have ease, flow, and fun with your money management. As I've shared the first two, I'm hoping that you're giving yourself more credit than you have been. Stick around for the final two ways you're doing well financially, even if it doesn't feel like it with inflation. And you definitely want to be around for the fourth because it's the real secret to winning with money. Number 3, this is the dynamic duo, your health and your relationships. Health is your wealth. When you're feeling healthy, energized on a daily basis, your fitness levels are where you want to be. It becomes easier for you to direct your attention and focus on your quality of life. Having your money flow to preventative health measures, such as routine doctor's appointment, visiting the dentist, going to a therapist, all of this preserves your health so that you can function and be at the top of your game whenever facing health challenges. We know what type of impact that can have in decreasing our quality of life. If you find yourself dealing with health challenges, being resourceful, finding support so that your health is optimal. When it comes to your relationships, it's no secret that we are built to connect, whether it's your marriage, whether it's parenting your children, whether it's engaging with your parents or extended family and friends and groups such as, let's say, the PTA, or if you're part of a local club. Nurturing and building connection and allowing your money to flow to these activities that are going to enhance your relationship really allows you to get the most out of the money that you receive. When you have your health and relationships in optimal level and you have preventative maintenance on both of those areas, you are likely better off than you give yourself credit for. Now let's get into number 4. This is the one question you need to ask. Does my money flow to my values? That's it, folks. That's the secret of finances and money management and mastering your millions. What I found is there can often be a discrepancy in what someone says they care about and where their money goes. For instance, if someone says they're into their fitness, mental, spiritual, emotional, and physical health. However, if you do an audit of their finances and you see $0 going to anything related to those categories, that's a place to check in. You will achieve financial fulfillment and personal life fulfillment when what you care about, expressed in your values, is paid attention to. Money flows to it. That is the proof, the opportunity for you to walk the talk with your values. So family, education, fitness, health, you name it. If you're at a point in your life, no matter what stage, no matter if it's a financial comeback, no matter if you're plodding along, completing a financial plan, you always want to check in with understanding your values, being in touch with your values, not only on a day-to-day basis, but when you do yearly planning, quarterly planning. That's the beauty of the life we get to live. We get to declare what our values are, and where our money goes tells a story. Match up your money and your values, and you will achieve financial fulfillment. Thank you for tuning in today and learning these 4 signs that you're winning financially, even if it doesn't feel like it, with raised prices as a form of financial pressure. Stay tuned for more ways for you to master your millions. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and stay tuned for more in managing your multi-millions with ease, flow, and fun. See you next time.